Rachel Bennett was bone-tired, the kind of exhaustion that sinks into your bones after months of stolen sleep. At 28, she was juggling 2 jobs and night classes, doing everything she could to give her daughter, Lily, a better future. Rachel kept her hair in a practical ponytail and dressed for work, not fashion. She moved through life on habit and grit, but her eyes still held a quiet hope. She believed, stubbornly, that hard work and kindness would carry her forward. Lily was 3, all pigtails and boundless energy, a little sunbeam who could make Rachel forget the month's unpaid bills for a moment. Rachel's shifts at the corner cafe were long, and on most mornings she simply got through them. One Thursday, during the slow part of the breakfast rush, a man walked in who didn't quite fit the diner's usual crowd. He wore a dark suit, but his eyes had a weight Rachel recognized, the kind you see after too many sleepless nights. He sat at the counter and ordered black coffee. When Rachel brought his bill, he reached for his wallet and panic washed over his face. The wallet wasn't there. He apologized, embarrassed, and explained he'd left it in another jacket. The coffee was only a few dollars, but Rachel saw the manager tense, ready for a scene. Without thinking much about it, she took $4 from her tip jar and covered his order. "Don't worry about it. Coffee's on me," she said. The man, Jonathan, stared at her, then smiled the kind of smile that changes something in a person. He thanked her, asked her name, and left. Rachel went back to work, thinking nothing of it. The next day, a helicopter landed in the empty lot at the end of Oakwood Street. Neighbors spilled into the street to watch as the same man, accompanied by a woman with a briefcase, walked up Rachel's walkway. Rachel froze on the porch with Lily peeking at her feet. The man introduced himself as Jonathan Morrison and explained he had to find her in person. He told her about the worst day of his life: betrayal by a long-time business partner, a wife filing for divorce, and the crushing loneliness of sitting in that diner wondering if anything was worth saving. Then he remembered the woman who paid for his coffee. That small, anonymous kindness had reminded him of his own parents and of what truly mattered. It was the thread that kept him from giving up. Rachel felt exposed when Jonathan gently but plainly described her life: a single mother, working double shifts, studying to be a nurse, carrying student debt and medical bills from Lily's difficult start. She hadn't expected anyone to see so clearly. Jonathan explained that he ran a medical technology company that had drifted from its original mission of helping people. Inspired by her act, he wanted to do something different, not charity, but real change. He offered Rachel a full scholarship to finish her nursing degree, funds to clear her existing debt, and an invitation to join a new company division focused on patient advocacy after she graduated. Rachel was stunned. It felt too much, too sudden. But Jonathan wasn't asking for gratitude as a favor. He wanted her perspective. He said life had taught her lessons no business school could: empathy, the grit of survival, an intimate understanding of how hard it can be to get good care when you're struggling. That knowledge, he believed, could reshape his company and help millions. She signed the papers that afternoon with trembling hands. Over the next months, Jonathan and his attorney spent time listening to Rachel's ideas about healthcare, about how to make systems easier to navigate and kinder to real people. Rachel began to imagine a future she'd stopped allowing herself to dream about. 6 months later, she walked across a stage to collect her nursing degree. Jonathan, his attorney Catherine, her neighbor Mrs. Chen, and a proudly clapping Lily watched from the audience. Rachel took a job leading Morrison Technology's new healthcare advocacy division. She used her experience to build programs that helped patients find support and understand the system. And she made a point of hiring people with stories like hers, single parents and others who had lived the struggles they were trying to solve. A year after the helicopter landed, Rachel stood at a healthcare conference and told her story, not as a tale of luck, but as a testament to the power of small choices. She reminded the crowd that a single moment of compassion can ripple outward in ways we can't foresee. 350, she said, holding up the idea that something tiny, a cup of coffee covered, a moment of mercy, can be the hinge on which someone's life turns. Jonathan came forward afterward and told her she had changed his life too. They both learned the same lesson: we are not separate. Our hardest days are connected to someone else's compassion, and our kindness can create the change we all need. Lily, now 5, dreamed of being a doctor. Rachel had a career that felt meaningful, a secure home, and the quiet knowledge that her small act of courage, choosing to help when it cost her something, had helped shape a kinder world. She still thought about that morning in the diner, not for the helicopter or the sudden offers that followed, but for the simple choice she made to see another person's humanity. If this story made you believe in small kindnesses a little more, share it, subscribe, and tell us about a time a stranger's kindness changed your life. Let's keep spreading light.